Hello, everyone. Are we live? Are we live?
Hello.
I know there's a delay usually, so we'll find out how this is going to work. If anyone can hear this, let me know if the sound is working okay. Someone just give me like a thumbs up. You can hear us loud and clear. That would be great. You hear us? Thank you, Doug. Thank you, everybody, for coming to the live stream. This is going to be fun and exciting. Anna's back there making a Caesar right now. And
I'll be right over.
She'll be here in a second. If you don't know what a Caesar is, it's kind of like a Bloody Mary, but better. No, it's a good one. It's our annual or weekly, I should say, Sunday brunch. That's what we do every Sunday.
Except we're not eating this time.
Yeah, no eating, because we thought that would be too hard. So as people are just coming in, where are you guys from? Let me know in the comments. Be cool to see if there's people from all over. Well, it's so cool to see all these people. We recognize a lot of you guys from the comments, of course. Philippines, Toronto, the UK. Time's in the UK, probably 4 o'clock. Halifax, what's up, Halifax?
The sun's coming out for people in Halifax.
I know, the sun's trying to come out in Halifax. It's a good day. Bloody Caesars, someone likes Bloody Caesars. Got some questions coming in. So I'll have to read them back because these go pretty fast already. What are the greatest challenges you faced moving back to Halifax during COVID? Honestly, I think just not being able to travel, like you guys know, if you've been following us for a while, we've been on the road a lot, like 6 to 8 months a year. So coming back here, it was tough at first. We didn't know what we'd do with the channel. And then, of course, we went around Nova Scotia and some of the bubble, the Atlantic bubble. But now we can't do anything because of this lockdown. So this is the hardest. It's been a challenge, but we'll get past it. Holy moly,
Almost there, guys.
There's 100 people here. Crazy. If we miss any of your questions, I apologize, but if you have any questions, just leave them in the chat. Anna might get her phone and go back through. Someone said, APN, Andy, he said, tell us about your streaming setup. I was going to try to go with like the DSLR camera, but I'm just going off webcam right now and just my laptop. So no microphone or anything. I tested some mics. Drinks. There's the Caesar. So hopefully the stream's okay. Do we still speak to jumping places? Yeah.
Yeah, all the time.
Almost every other day,
yeah,
I'd say, or something days, like that.
We have a WhatsApp kind of group, and we'll just chat all the time.
Yeah, we talk to them a lot. We're jealous that they're... Sorry, I have nowhere to put my drink.
Yeah, one thing we just discovered that we don't really have is a small little table to put in front of us, unfortunately.
Well, our setup's kind of funny right now. We have a whole bunch of chairs, and we're facing the window. Let's see it. So if we see anything here... Hi, Trevor and Anna, where's your sunglasses? It's getting bright out. We're sitting right in front of a window, so maybe I'll break out the red sunglasses later on.
Okay, I'm going to try to get this going on my phone. Sorry.
Hi from Manila. It's good to see some people from the Philippines here. We miss the Philippines so much. Miss Manila, too. Manila's a cool city.
Someone said, have you been to Italy? Yes, we have.
Yep.
Haven't seen nearly enough of it, but we've seen a bit. We've been to Bologna, Milan, Rome, Florence.
And up by Lake Como, but not Lake Como, the other lake. Maggiore. We have some old videos on there if you want to watch them. They're kind of, cringy, I guess.
The first one's the Florence one, and South Siena. Those were like our first videos we ever did, and please don't watch them.
Please don't watch those. Again, Anna's going to try to find questions. When I see some come up, when is your tour of the UK planned? As soon as it's safe to come over there, we're coming back. We love the UK so much.
And we really haven't seen enough of it at all, really.
No.
We've been to London, we've been to Bath, and that's really about it, sadly.
Yeah.
So I'd love to come spend like a month or something just traveling around.
Oh, that would be amazing. Someone also said you think about traveling to New Zealand. So that's always been on the list. But of course, right now it's not happening because it's obviously really strict. I think they just bubbled up with Australia, which is amazing.
Someone said hi from India. Sending love over to you guys because I know Canada's not doing too well right now either. And either is India. So
poor India. We'd love to get over to India at some point. What do you do for a living? So we do this through YouTube. We make money, not a lot, to be completely honest. So
not a living.
It's not a complete living. We do website design. It's probably the biggest term I can give it. We do a whole lot more than that, but so we are able to work remotely as we travel around the world. And yeah, this YouTube channel is definitely helping with that as well. Mm-hmm. Iceland on the horizon. Oh man, Iceland is one of those places. Like I can't believe we haven't been.
I know.
Yes.
And there used to be direct. I don't know if there's still. Well, obviously not right now. But there used to be direct flights from Halifax, and we still haven't gone, which is mind-boggling.
Yeah.
Someone said hi from Mahone Bay. It's not far from Halifax.
We were supposed to be there
hi
like
from Florida.
Week ago.
West End, Halifax.
Wow, there's a lot of comments coming in.
Saskatchewan, we are new subscribers and really loving your Nova Scotia videos.
Mm-hmm. Someone said they could show us around Mahone Bay in Lunenburg. So we have good friends in Lunenburg, and we know we're quite familiar with Mahone Bay. We were supposed to be there like 2 weeks ago.
So funny enough, the week the lockdown started, we were supposed to spend a week on the South Shore. We had 3 days booked at Airbnb. It's rebooked at the moment because we couldn't cancel it. So yeah, we will be back there at some point.
Probably in maybe June if things open.
If things open.
I mean, if we're allowed to leave the city, hopefully. Wow, the comments. Thanks for all the nice comments, guys.
Hello from Colchester County.
Says John and Kara retired. John and Kara retired travelers just said in your first video, oh God, it's going so quick. Anna didn't chat so much. How did you both become comfortable on the camera?
It took a long time and a lot of practice because in the beginning, I didn't want to be on the camera. I was not remotely comfortable with it. So I just even remember like trying to think of stuff to say, and then I'd stop Trevor and be like, I actually have something I want to say, and put the camera on me. But it took a while. And then eventually I think it helped having ideas of what I wanted to talk about. Mm-hmm. Or like some history or that kind of thing, just like some stuff planned in advance, just to force myself kind of to be speaking on the camera. And then eventually you just get comfortable. I still mess things up all the time.
Mm-hmm. It takes a while. Like it took us a couple of years to even get comfortable in front of the camera and even start to really take YouTube more serious. Yeah. And then when we met up with some other YouTubers, it was really helpful because we saw how they did it and we did it the exact same way. Mm-hmm. When we met up with
kind of reassuring that you're doing the right thing.
Yeah, that was when we met up with The Endless Adventure a couple times. So it was just, they ended up making videos the same way we did.
Finn and Meg are in Bali. I'm so jealous. They're having a bintang.
Man, send us over a bintang. Oh, I would love to be in Bali right now.
Yeah, how are things in Bali, guys?
Yeah, is Canggu packed? Are you guys in Canggu? Let's see. Oh my, there's so many things.
Stop.
Put it on mute,
Someone said Quispamsis, New Brunswick.
New Brunswick, we were supposed to be there. We are a couple. So
are you guys married? Yes, we are.
Oh, we are married, yeah. Ken and Corrine just said, we are a couple in our late 50s. If you could only visit one country, which would it be between Thailand and the Philippines and why? Oh, if we could only pick the two of them.
Sorry, what was
the question was, would you pick Thailand or the Philippines? So I don't think we can answer because we haven't been to Thailand.
Yeah.
Can you believe we have not been to Thailand?
So our plan was last year when we went to the Philippines, we were going to go to Thailand and Vietnam right afterwards. And then, of course, everything go. We tried to go to Thailand, I feel like, a bunch of times. And it just never happens. It's like we're not meant to go.
So Ada, Joe, I know all these commenters. It's so cool. What is the first country you will travel to? So I'm going to ask that question to all you guys as well when you're going to travel again. What's the first country you're going to travel to? What's the first country we're going to travel to?
Probably Greece.
Probably Greece or somewhere in that area.
Yeah.
I would say, depending on flights.
And it might depend on the time of year too. Like we're thinking it's going to be September, but who knows what's going to happen.
Yeah. So. And guys, while we're answering the questions, do us a favor, hit the like button below. It'll kind of share the video. The more people that hit it, it'll just put it on people's home screens and help get this little live video out. And we'll see how long we're on here for. Do you speak any other languages other than English? Sadly, no. Every time we're in a
little bit of French.
Like we can get by with.
I can have a very basic conversation in French, like very, very basic.
We can read menus in Spanish and French, and I can kind of understand sometimes what people are saying in Spanish, but no, we can't speak it. We know enough to be dangerous with it. Unfortunately, in this part of Canada, we're on the very East Coast. There's just you don't really hear many other languages. I mean, a little bit of French here and there, but it's not like Quebec or even New Brunswick.
Shannon and Nick asked, we are thinking of moving from Oakville, Ontario to Halifax. I was born there, but have been in Ontario for the past 20 years. Tell me why we should or shouldn't move. Whew, that's a big question.
Well, I think the big one for most people, a lot of people move back, but it's the ocean, right? Mm-hmm. And if you want a calm, kind of more slow pace of life than Ontario, not that all of Ontario is busy, but it's the ocean. Can't beat the ocean. What's the thing? It's 60 kilometers.
You're never more than 60 kilometers from the ocean.
Yeah.
Apparently.
No brainer for me. We'd always live by a coast no matter what, if we were to settle down somewhere.
I know it's also not, a lot of people think it's so much cheaper here. It's not really. And housing prices are going way up, but I know they're still cheaper than Ontario.
Taki Brewer, what's up, Taki? Big supporter of our channel as well. He just said he's going to be in Greece in September. There's
might be there too.
Chance we'd be there at the end of September if vaccinations happen.
And things are looking okay.
Yeah.
Greetings from Germany. Maryland.
Hit the like button, guys. Thank you.
Annapolis Valley.
Did you ever visit Russia? No. On the list. I think it's hard to get in there. You need a visa, obviously. Will you do travel-related cooking shows at Ada again?
Probably.
We'll probably end up doing a cooking. You guys seem to like when we cook. So when we did the Christmas series, we might do it again because we are locked down right now.
And if there's a particular country's food you would like to see us attempt to cook, let us know.
Yeah. Let's see. Holy moly. There's
someone said, watching you from Scotia Square, saw you the other day at the Citadel.
Oh, wow. That's so cool. A lot of people have been just saying hello in the streets. I guess a lot of you guys are picking up our videos. So if you ever see us, say hi. But I feel like we get stopped every day, which is really cool to meet other people. Remember, like for us, it's just us talking to the camera. So it's when we meet people, we're like, whoa, someone watches us?
South Africa.
Hello, South Africa.
Algeria. Wow. This is cool.
There's lots of people, huh? Let's see.
Someone said, every time we're out and about in Halifax, we're constantly trying to spot you guys. No luck yet.
Well, we can tell you, we're usually around the downtown core. That's what we do the most. How many countries have you visited so far?
It's almost 50.
It's close to 50. We probably would have.
It's depressing to think of what number we would be at now if the pandemic didn't happen.
Yeah, and I mean, well, the hope was last time this year we were going to hit. You guys might notice we're slowly getting towards 100,000 subscribers, which is crazy. And we thought for sure we'd get there by now, but then we got locked down and it's harder to make videos. And yeah, that's just it. Yeah. Let's see. For you guys.
Someone said, you should definitely try visiting the Bahamas if you haven't as yet. We were there a long time ago, but just to. Yeah,
we were just at a resort there pre-YouTube.
This was a long time before. Yeah, when we just.
I'd love to go to the Bahamas.
Vacations.
Yeah, there's just so many islands. Like the Caribbean. Caribbean's a place we got to get back to, guys. It's been a while.
Have you ever been to Africa?
Nope.
No.
That's another one that's high on the list.
Yeah, which maybe would have happened by now.
It's going to be interesting when we can get back out on the road because we got some big plans. Oh, someone sent us a super chat.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, is that? I can't. It says Dave, and I can't see the last name, but thank you so much. I don't want to click on it in case I close the chat. That's so nice,
awesome.
You guys.
Oh, you guys.
Yeah, if you don't know what that is, there's a chat in here that you can, I don't know, tip us for making videos. How else do you say this without being awkward? You don't have to, but that's really cool. Really appreciate the help.
Speaking of that, though, we actually added some things. So a lot of people don't know that there's like a join button right below, and you can basically become like a channel member. We just had one tier before, and we just added a couple more. One's basically like buy us a coffee per month, and one's buy us a beer.
Yeah, we made a 99-cent level. If you want to do that, hit the join button. It buys us a coffee. Honestly, it just helps pay for all this equipment. And we have merchandise. So there's one.
Oh, yeah.
We got our shirts on. So this is the Anywhere shirt. If you want to get some delightful swag.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different T-shirts and logos and that kind of things. One says, I'm a delightful traveler.
We're all delightful travelers. Someone said, can we see you guys? No.
No. I wish there was a way.
That'd be weird if we could.
on Instagram, when you go live, you can pull people in. Like they can request to join you, and you can. That would be a lot of fun. But
it'd be like
I wish you could do it on YouTube. Go live with other people.
A giant 200-person Zoom meeting.
No, but if you could just like pull one person at a time.
Oh, you can do that with some software.
Oh, okay.
I know that for sure.
So someone said, have you ever been to the UK? Any plans to come? You might have missed. We talked about it not probably before you got here, that was Oliver.
What is your favorite city in Europe? Oh,
Oh.
that's a tough one.
Budapest is up there.
Budapest is up there. Krakow in Poland is definitely up there.
Mhm.
I'd say Istanbul, but I can't really count that, right?
Well, sort of,
It's
half and half.
half and half. Istanbul is definitely up there. I don't know, man.
There's
Istanbul
so many.
and maybe Budapest.
We do love London as well. I know it's like
Well, the thing
it's
about
probably our favorite big city.
Yeah.
Well, New York is great too. I don't know.
Well, the hard part about some cities, right? Like we love London and we love New York. Obviously, that's not in Europe, but they're expensive. So the reason we love Krakow and Budapest and Istanbul is it's affordable.
So much more.
And you get like more culture, just as much or more culture, and you still have all the same restaurants. So you can just be there longer. Like when we go to London, I'm sure most travelers would say this, we only stay for like 4 days because it's just crazy expensive. It's like $300-400 a night to stay there. But absolutely love London. Where in Greece do you fancy this time?
Good question. I don't know.
Talk about that.
Yeah. I would want to go to some new islands for sure.
Yeah, we probably go somewhere around is it Chios? Chios, is that how you pronounce it? Taki would know. It's CHIOS, but anyway, it's close to Turkey as well, so we could kind of hop back and forth. So I would like to be on that kind of just off the coast of Turkey, so we can do some Greece.
But I'd also like to do some more of the mainlands. I know there's some cool places around, well, not really around Athens, but like along the mainland there that look super cool.
Yeah, so that would be awesome. How long do you guys think Nova Scotia's lockdown will be from, given the numbers?
So it's been extended till the end of May, I'm pretty sure already.
Yeah, and just giving how like we're just really careful with it here, and I would guess sometime in June if the numbers.
It's hard to say now because the numbers just keep going up.
Yeah, I don't think the Atlantic bubble is gonna happen. Maybe in July, I don't know. We'll see, but yeah. Don't like the lockdown right now, guys. Not gonna lie. John and Kara sent a super chat. Wow, $99, guys.
Oh,
did not have to do that.
So
they
nice.
said, "Great live feed. You guys are the reason we started our channel."
So nice.
We love hearing that stuff when people kind of get inspired to do that. They have an amazing channel. Check them out if you can. I don't know if you can just click on their name, but they have their channel. They're kind of in the U.S. Southern U.S. right now. I'm sure they're making some travel plans. But once the world opens up,
once they can,
the States has definitely opened up a lot more. That's for sure.
Finn and Meg said, "Hey, John and Kara."
Hey, John and Kara. Have you had your vaccine yet? No.
Hopefully in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
We should get our first dose.
Yeah, we're hoping.
We're just waiting for them to open up to our age.
Yeah, there's also a big, apparently like Canada's getting a whole influx of vaccines next week or the week after. So we're hoping that it will speed things up. But the way it's working here in Nova Scotia is you get your vaccine first shot and then you have to wait 15 weeks to get the second dose. So hopefully we just get so many vaccines that 15 weeks number just kind of goes away. But
someone asked, what was it about Greece? You mentioned Greece a lot. I'm assuming they mean what do you love about Greece? I love that there's all like so many different islands and they're all very, very different from one another. So you can go to a bunch of different places and have such a different experience and different culture, different food, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
People are great. The beaches are so gorgeous. The water there is just insane.
It's amazing. Like you can go, let's say to Santorini for a second, which everyone knows, and it's touristy and a little too busy for like our preference. However, Santorini is unbelievable when you just visually, it's one of those places you have to see. So it's just really cool that you can just hop on a ferry and like an hour away, go to a quiet island with have beaches to yourself. So, and the food and the people and just the way of life. It's Greece is up there for us. It's one of our faves. Setsi sent a super chat. Thank you for your videos. You're welcome.
Gosh,
Thank you for watching them. It's so cool that I recognize a lot of the commenters right now. It's really neat. I see O'Driscoll. They have O'Driscoll family homestead experiment. They have a channel and they're in Cape Breton. I think kind of like by the Highlands. Yeah. So check them out. They have a great little channel.
Yeah, here's a really good question.
We have to get to Cape Breton.
What is the spiciest food you guys ever ate? And was it very spicy?
Do you know the answer to this?
No.
I do.
You do?
Yeah. We were in Lisbon. in
Totally
Portugal,
random thing.
and we were. I think it was like after a long leg of a trip going around like Spain, and we were just eating like Spanish food, and then we got to Portugal, and we're just eating Portuguese food, I guess.
Mhm.
And then we decided, let's go for Mexican food.
You guys know we love
we love Mexican food.
And we figured it was going to be not good because we're, it's Portugal. You're not in Mexico. So.
Right. So we get there, and I think the waitress even warned us, like, it's spicy.
I ordered chicken tacos, and she was like, they're spicy. And I was like, we're in Portugal.
Like, come on.
Give me a break.
And we have a good, tolerance of spice. Holy moly. Here's a fun fact. That's when we learned it was so hot. Like, we were dying. And the waitress told us, if you ever have too much spice in your mouth, like, don't drink. It's not just milk or water. Well, you shouldn't do that. Take some salt and put it on your tongue. Just like lick some salt, and it takes all the spice away.
I think it makes you absorb.
Yeah.
It absorbs all your saliva, basically.
So we never forgot that since.
Yeah, that was spicy.
So it says, O'Driscoll said, you need to visit. So if this opens up this bubble, we're going to actually be in Cape Breton a lot. We got some plans, guys. Plus my family's up there, and we love Cape Breton. Let's see. Holy moly, we're probably missing so many questions.
A different sort of question. What do you guys do to stay upbeat during these harder times? Go outside.
Yeah, we tried.
It's a lot easier on a nice day. Yesterday it rained all day.
Yesterday was tough because we tried to go out anyway. If any of you watched last year in the Philippines, we made more videos in lockdown, and that's kind of what we're doing right now.
Yeah, it's just good. Like,
keeps us busy.
Keep our minds busy.
And we know, for those of you that are locked down or can't do too much, if by all the messages we get from you, you definitely are into more lockdown videos, even though we don't even know what we're going to do next, or film next. Let's see.
Can you upload this after? I'm pretty sure you can watch it later.
I think it'll be archived and up after this. Someone said, do you love animals? Would you ever consider keeping a pet? Love animals.
Yeah. Would love to have a pet, but it's just not feasible.
No.
Not that we travel.
No,
we normally would travel.
We'll normally travel.
So it'd be nice to have one right now, but of course that'd be really mean to the pet to have it for like
that'd be
a year and then be like, bye.
Yeah. Let's see. What time is it in Canada right now? So right here in the east coast of Canada, it's 12:22 p.m. noon. The other side of Canada would be 8:22 in Vancouver. And then it's time zones in the middle, if you don't know.
Say hello from a Canadian living in Australia. Hello from Singapore.
So a person said also, you guys should do more lives like this. So let us know. We're curious about that. What you guys think about maybe doing more of these videos, just hanging out, chatting, maybe cooking while we're doing them. Yeah, just let us know, because this is the first time we've ever done this. And that's so cool. There's like over 200 people in here. It's amazing.
Yeah, somebody said about response about French. So true. I haven't spoken French since I moved here 20 years ago from Ontario. Exactly. It's like you just don't. I took it in school. So I think by the time I graduated high school, I wasn't good at French, but I was okay. And you just lose it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Someone keeps saying, visit Antigonish. We've been there, but we never filmed it. So do that.
Yeah, we've been to Antigonish a lot, but we've never filmed it. I don't know what kind of video we would do there if we filmed it. Oh, Sue Babcock, thank you for the super chat. God, I know all these people's names. So wait, it says who? What does it say? God, it's going so fast. Who at home contacts you the most while you're away? I'd say like if we're thinking of what
like family members. I feel like
it's probably all equal. Like my family and her family.
But I feel like they more wait for us to contact them.
Yeah.
Like they're not. Yeah. So when we're traveling, we probably like once a week try to call our parents and keep them updated. I
love this question. Colleen C said, were you nervous about hosting your first live chat?
Yes.
Yes. We were more nervous about doing this than we were. You could put us in the middle of New York with a camera in a restaurant and film, and we're going live, and we're like, oh my, how do we do this? Are we going to be able to go on camera?
Bernice
Dooley says, hello, Trevor and Anna. I'm locked down in Dundee, Cape Breton, with SJ's sister at your cottage. Yeah, happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms.
Happy Mother's Day
to all you moms.
I don't know if our parents are on here, but if they are, happy Mother's Day.
I don't know what the live chat looks like if you're watching on a TV.
Oh, right. You might not be able to.
Or your phone. On the phone, it just.
I was going to say, if you're on a TV, let us know, but obviously you can't.
You can't type. But yeah, a lot of people watch us on their couch on TV, like a television show. It blows our mind, but we love it. How long do you intend to travel? Claudia asked that question. If you mean by like in general, like in our life, like as long as we possibly can.
Mm-hmm. I think even, I mean, who knows? But when we're older, much older, not retired, but I don't know if we'll ever retire, but we'll probably stay in places for longer periods, like rent an apartment in Mexico for 6 months or something.
I can't really see us retiring. I mean, in the true definition of the word, we'll probably still do things while we're older and slowing down, but we'll try to make a lot of passive income streams, which is what we're working on. Someone has any nightmare, it got to win so quick, I can't see your name, sorry. Any nightmare travel stories? Not really.
Nothing horrible.
We got scammed in Romania at a taxi by like $200 or something. I don't know what we were thinking.
It was $200. I think we paid $100 for what should have been like 30.
Yeah, it was a bad start to Romania.
It was from the airport. Apparently, when you get there, there's machines to book your taxi, and we saw them, but it didn't say like you're required to do this. So there were a bunch of taxis out front as well. And like most airports, you just go get in line and get a taxi. You don't have to get the little certificate. There was no one there that told us we needed to. So we just got in a taxi that was in the lineup, and he way overcharged us.
It sucked. And I specifically had such a sour taste in my mouth for like 2 or 3 days.
Mm-hmm. And we knew when he told us the price, we were like, that's no way, that's right. But we were already in the car.
Yep. But luckily, Romania was so awesome. It just kind of wiped all that away.
Yeah.
That was great. Someone else just sent a super chat. God, it's going so quick. Ken and Kareen, thank you. They love our channel. First, I don't know. Oh, and Michael Gray. Love your videos. Guys, keep up the great work. Thank you. We love hearing that. Again, it's just us with the camera most times. And it's other than either hearing or talking to you guys now or seeing you in person, which has been happening, it does make us go like, wow, there really are people that watch us.
Somebody, Taki asked, would you do a cruise video? Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah. We were actually supposed to do, I think it's okay to say, we had planned a partnership with Caribbean Cruises. Yeah. Yeah,
we were supposed to work with Caribbean Cruises.
Last summer.
Yeah, but what happened?
Of course.
Oh, COVID happened, right? Yeah. I was thinking COVID just happened this year. Oh, God. Yeah, so we were supposed to work with the cruise. That's how it goes sometimes.
Yeah. So hopefully it would be nice to be able to do one when things get going again.
Oh, cool. Someone did say they're watching on TV and they do see the live chat. Okay, that's cool. I didn't know how that would work.
Okay. Any plans to travel to any other provinces when you're able to, Ontario or BC? Really, we would love to come to BC, especially in Alberta. Like to do the Rockies. We've been there before, but just for a wedding. So it was very, very brief.
We had this grand plan to like fly to BC at one point and drive or train back all the way across Canada.
Back when we thought, well, even when we thought it was going to get better by now, we thought maybe this time of year we might be doing it. So
John McPhee sent $50.
Who's John McPhee?
John, thank you.
Thanks, John.
We know John. Hi, John. Hi, Kathy, if you're watching too. And $3. Let's say $3. God, it goes so quick. Someone sent $7.99, and I don't know what currency that. Maybe in Australian dollars. Thank you very much. Love your videos.
You.
Wow, you guys are great. Wow. We did not expect any of that, but
what is your number one tip on starting a travel vlog channel? Ooh, God.
You just got to go out and create. Don't worry about the cameras. Like, just take your phone. Like, don't worry. It's really easy to get hung up on what you should edit with, and you'll go down the rabbit hole of like Final Cut versus Premiere.
And we also found, so at the very beginning, we just kind of put out videos whenever, one here and then 2 months from there when we were.
Yeah.
And we found the moment we said, like, we're going to do one every week, it definitely helped.
Yeah, and I think
the channel,
it helped.
Saying every Sunday there will be a video.
I think it helped for you guys too, just to, when it's coming out. I love this question. John and Kara asked, have you ever considered a group trip?
Oh, we wanted to talk about this.
We wanted to talk to you guys about that. So if what she's referring to is like we would organize a trip and we would take some of you with us. So like maybe
you could sign up basically.
You could sign up. Yeah, we'd have to make the itinerary, but you'd basically come on a trip with us.
Yeah. So we've been thinking about it for a long time. Obviously, a lot of YouTubers and other creators do them.
Yeah.
So we kind of had thought we'd do one this year, but just with COVID and everything. So maybe next year, like the end of 2022, something like that. And question is, where would you guys, if you're interested in going, let us know. And where would you want to go? Because, I mean, obviously we talked about Greece just because a lot of people found us that way through our Greece videos, and people love Greece. So
there's so many questions. Someone said we're their favorite channel in the Endless Adventure. Yeah, we actually made videos with the Endless Adventure. Maybe you know that, but those guys are awesome. And we chat with them every now and then still. What software do you use for your video? So we use Final Cut Pro. I edit the videos, but love Final Cut. It's funny because I'm actually like an Adobe guy. Like I know all the Adobe apps, but I just find Final Cut makes more sense. Yeah, it's more intuitive, I find, and it renders faster on this Mac.
Library Sue asks, what is your favorite island in the Caribbean? That's really hard.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I can answer that.
No.
I don't think we've been to enough smaller islands in the Caribbean to really answer that. Like we were in Bequia, which is close.
Oh, Bequia. That's
probably my favorite.
Yes.
But I know
it's part of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It's one of the Grenadine islands. It's beautiful.
There would be other Bequias out there though. There's lots of little islands, so we need to go back to the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Group trip would be cool. That's awesome.
Someone asked if we'd consider traveling to Cuba.
At some point,
yeah,
I think we went to Cuba like way long ago.
When we were together for like 5 months, we went on a trip to a resort. We didn't really get to see any of Cuba. It was just like an all-inclusive resort. Our first time you ever went on a plane.
Yeah. So that's weird to think about. At some point, we'd love to go to Cuba. I don't know when that will happen. I haven't really been following how they're even doing with COVID. I'm very curious. So a couple of people said for a group tour, would love to go to Israel, Turkey, Greece.
Israel would be really cool.
Oh, Israel's super high on our list.
Yeah.
It'd be cool if we do go around the Mediterranean to get to Israel at some point.
Someone said, how has the pandemic affected your mental health? That was a really good question.
Oh yeah, it's been rough. It hit me pretty hard at one point last fall. I think I mentioned to you guys, and it kind of like put me on my
first time you've ever really like had anxiety.
I thought I knew what anxiety was until I had that. So, luckily I found some ways to just kind of fix it. A lot of it was like meditation, things like that, yoga, trying to exercise more. But it's been hard. I mean, I'm good now. You got through it and stuff, but I'm not the only one that struggled through this pandemic. That is for sure.
This is a good question. Who's the best cook, you or which one of us? Who's
her?
Me. Probably. He actually usually does breakfast.
Yeah.
So if we made our own brunch, he would do most of it, but I do most of the dinners, and he'll come help.
Yeah, I help. She just tells me what to do. Let's see. Have you guys decided on coming to the US for a vaccine? Yeah. I don't think it's going to happen. It's just too complicated to get back here.
Yes, that's the main problem is that, so we basically do, I think, as I said before, our first dose should be in the next couple of weeks. So it's just hard to figure out what we wouldn't want to skip our first dose in order to go to the US, but we need to be back here in probably July.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it makes logistical sense. If we didn't have to be back, I'd probably just go to the US and get it and then go travel.
Yeah. Yeah, we do have to be back for a big thing that's happening to the channel. I'm so sorry to keep saying that to all you guys, but there's something cool happening at some point. We just can't do it because of all this lockdown nonsense. Who do you watch on YouTube? Wow, I love that question. I'm curious who you guys watch on YouTube too. Who do we watch on YouTube?
So
a lot of our friends. So Jumping Places, Endless Adventure. I watch Gone with the Winds a lot. I think they make incredible videos. Eamon and Beck, of course, you guys all know them. They
watch us more than I do.
Videos. I watch a ton. I watch some tech stuff as well, just on my own channel. But yeah, that's some of the people we watch, I would say.
We try to keep sort of up to date. Just maybe don't watch every video, but of people, other couples and that kind of thing.
Yeah, living big in a tiny house. Watch that.
It's like Babe, Where's My Passport? And
Travel Beans. A lot of people we met. Like we met most of these people.
Kinging It.
Yeah, I was from Kinging It. Met those guys in Toronto at one point. Those guys are awesome. Every creator we've met, like big or small, they're amazing. It's so fun to hang out with other YouTube creators. Yeah, YouTube is it's amazing when you can meet them. It's just totally different than even Instagram. I think it's just when you meet, the connection is just different.
Joanne Young said, this live chat is
Samuel and
fantastic.
Audrey, yes.
Oh, Samuel and Audrey, yes. Sorry, I'm way behind on I'm trying to get the ones that we might have missed. So
glad you like our live feed. Birthdays, July 5th.
Christmas.
December 25th.
I'm a Christmas baby.
That's right. Do you know anyone else with a Christmas birthday? I don't mean the 24th or the 26th, 25th.
Somebody asked if we have any videos on Yarmouth. No, we didn't do it. It's funny. We actually did some work with them a couple of years ago. But we did a blog post.
Yarmouth is in the bottom of Nova Scotia. It's a town.
And then we took the ferry to Maine. So we did a video on the ferry, but not actually anything on Yarmouth, oddly enough.
Nikki Lewis just subscribed monthly. Thank you.
Oh, thanks.
So guys, there is a join button if you want to join the channel and just support us. There's a way you can buy us a coffee every month or a craft beer, I think is a tier. And there's another higher tier. And we have a Patreon.
The best question. Who's the best dancer and singer? Neither. He's a better singer. He used to be in a band.
Are you saying you're a better dancer?
Maybe slightly. Ever so slightly.
I saw someone earlier, it went by so quick, but they said, do you ever miss playing guitar on the road? Not really. I mean, this is like my new creative outlet. I barely pick up the guitar. That's sad. I don't even have calluses on my fingers anymore. I can still play, but here and there on the road, I've definitely have jammed with someone somewhere. I can't remember where. Sailing with
somebody said, Patrick A said, you guys are the reason I am moving to Halifax when I retire in 2 years. That's amazing.
Whoa.
Wow.
Really?
That's
incredible.
That's awesome.
Wow. You seem much more relaxed here than in your videos. Maybe because you script them. No, we don't script our videos at all. But I mean, it's hard to tell when you want to give a little bit of facts or history. It's hard to just like naturally roll that off the cuff. So no, all we do in our videos
sometimes we'll have some things we want to talk about. So
yeah, that's it. We have there'll be 4 or 5 things, like segments, let's call them. But anything that happens just happens. And most YouTubers kind of do that as well. Mm-hmm. At least in our
we like to have some sort of outline.
Yeah, it's rare. I mean, if you ask anybody with a channel like that takes it serious, it's pretty rare just to pick a camera up and just talk about nothing.
Overwhelmed to Empowerment said Canadian News said that we shouldn't have to wait a full 15 weeks for the vaccine. She means the second dose because we have a huge amount of vaccines coming in. I really hope that's right. So for people that aren't in Canada, they decided to postpone the second dose for 15 weeks, which is a long time, just so they can get everybody their first dose sooner. But
I don't even think it's all of Canada.
I think it is.
Is it? Okay. I thought it was provincial. What made you decide to do this for a living? I don't know. We just kind of started doing it and we had fun. It was like memories, travel memories, making videos. And then all of a sudden, all you guys started to watch.
Yeah.
So
we really did it for ourselves at first.
Totally. Yeah. Here we are. I guess doing this for a living. Yeah. It's pretty wild.
Someone asked if we've ever been tidal bore rafting. No, I'd love to do it. It looks really fun.
Yeah, you can.
I don't know if we could film. I feel like it'd be really hard to film because it's like rushing. Water,
I could use the GoPro and just kind of strap something on my head or.
So for people that aren't from Nova Scotia, the Bay of Fundy, the tides has the lowest and highest tides in the world. Mm-hmm. And when the water comes in, there's like these sort of canal river things where it rushes in, so you can go tidal bore rafting. It looks really fun.
There, I just got rid of one of the spammers. Or did I? No, I didn't.
Someone asked, can you do an episode on beaches near Halifax? You mostly have only featured Cape Breton beaches. Yeah, I'd love to. We've done a few beaches in the wintertime, but it wasn't the feature of the video. It was just kind of like we were near Lawrencetown Beach, and then we were near, what's the one that starts with an M?
Martinique,
yes. So they're not as fun to look at in the wintertime. So in the summer, we'd love to go.
It's freezing. So when we were on Martinique Beach, I think that was in the moving to Halifax video we made. It was so cold out there on the beach, trying to film, freezing cold. Will you visit Oak Island? We get that question a lot. So clearly you guys are into Oak Island.
I think it's closed. I think I saw someone post on Facebook that it's not open this year because of COVID. But maybe eventually.
At some point, it would be really cool. Have you ever considered buying an RV to travel around Canada and the US? Yeah, honestly.
We've considered it.
We've considered it, especially last year when we got home. because we didn't know what we were going to do. And of course, like every other channel on YouTube, I mean, I don't think there's a single channel I watch that's not in a van right now. Makes sense because you're kind of stuck. So we thought about it, but at the same time, I don't think YouTube needs any more van lifers at the moment. There's so many van shows.
And we would eventually, we want to internationally travel. So probably wouldn't be the best investment for us, I don't think, in the long run.
We got another idea.
Yeah. We do.
Caesar.
Sorry, trying to catch up.
Barbara says she's enjoying the Nova Scotia series. Thank you. We were really nervous to create content in Nova Scotia. I don't know why. It just feels extra pressure that we have to represent it.
Yeah. And we wanted to do it properly and really show people how amazing Nova Scotia is.
Yeah. And from the feedback we're getting, I think it's so far so good by the sounds of it.
Let's hope in the summer we can actually do stuff like go to beaches and show you some cool stuff that we didn't get to show you last summer. Melanie Parker asked, do you see yourselves landing in a different country as a permanent move?
That's an interesting question.
Yeah. I mean, I can see us staying in places for a long time. Like if we could stay, in Mexico for 6 months or something, definitely taking advantage of like, as long as you can stay on a tourist visa in places. And there are some places right now, some countries that started doing digital nomad visas. So you can stay for a full year. Yeah. Estonia, I think, is one. We'd maybe consider doing something like that.
I think it's safe to say the next time we get back out on the road, we're going to be gone for a while. But I think the older we get, we'll probably slow down the travel and just stay longer in places. That's kind of what we want to do. Like book a place for a month at the same place, like an Airbnb or something like that. Finn and Meg asked, any tips on overcoming YouTube burnouts? Yeah, that's a thing. It's real. There are days where you just don't want to film and you feel like you have to film.
So many days when we have plans and I'm like, I don't want to film. But I always feel like once I get going, I'm fine. Yeah.
And then like, you don't even know we need content, right? So sometimes you just don't want to do it.
We try not to film too much. For instance, we did a campaign in this last summer and we've had to film every day for like a week. And it was exhausting. It's tiring. If you've never done it before, it's just your brain has to be on all the time.
That was one too. That was hard because we run a campaign with like a bunch of Instagrammers and I think maybe some bloggers, but we were the only video content producers at least in our little group, and it was just a lot of work. Like it's so much more work to sit at a table and talk about your food when everyone else is just taking a quick photo, and we have to like eat and stuff like that. So I think the big thing to get over it is just like switch it up. We try to switch it up and just be as creative as we can. Like, cooking at Christmas was definitely one for us. We were like, is this going to work? Should we do it? And we were like, let's just do it. And it was kind of fun because it strayed us away from all the regular travel style videos. So
someone asked, what is your opinion about Romania? Loved it. Other than what we already talked about.
Except for getting ripped off at the airport by the scammers. But loved Bucharest. And then we took a train like right up through the middle.
Transylvania is just amazing.
Transylvania was so cool.
And I feel like we just saw like this much. This is what I feel basically whenever we go to a country and we really enjoy it. We saw like this much of this much. So definitely want to go back. And people left us loads of recommendations for different areas to go see. Cluj-Napoca, really cool town. City.
Cluj was cool. And so is Sighișoara.
Sighișoara.
I don't know if I'm saying it right. It's like a little castle town, I call it.
We have a video on it.
Yeah, it's somewhere back in our channel if you guys want to check it out.
Someone said, so amazing to see comments from every corner of the world, literally. Totally.
That's amazing. Really neat. That's amazing.
I started following you guys when you came to my country, Brazil.
Love Brazil. I think you guys are...
Also another country we saw it's a huge country and we saw this much. So yeah.
I see Shakes in here. Shakes JG. Cheers from the exotic upper Tantallon.
I think I saw he also posted, I went over it, a watermelon. He's drinking a watermelon blonde right now.
Nice. Tantallon's like 20-ish minutes outside of Halifax, the city, for you guys are wondering.
Taki said the island of Chios is pronounced Chios.
Chios, right.
Yeah. I always forget CH is.
So Fred C says, ever think of working with other YouTubers? Yeah, we have. If you go back in our videos in the Philippines, we were locked down. We had jumping places. If you guys don't follow them, do it. They make awesome content. And they're on the road. They don't have a home, really. So they're on the road. And we made videos with them. And we've made videos with The Endless Adventure on our channel and their channel.
Somebody asked, is it easy exchanging US dollars to Canadian dollars? Very, very easy.
Yeah, it's pretty simple for sure. Let's see. How much footage hours do you shoot for one vlog? So yeah, okay. I love this question because I just want you guys to know how it all works. Because sometimes we get people, they say, did you film this morning? We end up filming, I'd say between 200 and 300 clips for one 15-minute video. And then you have to go through each clip and edit it down. So I'd say there's good hours. I would say hours. Some of it's B-roll and just kind of extra footage, but it takes a long time to put the videos together. It's a lot of work, so you just got to really enjoy this.
We always obviously get tons of great comments, but we get some negative ones too. And I always remember when we were in Poland 2 years ago or 2 Christmases ago, we were doing some Christmas videos. We went to Zakopane, which is this cool little town, kind of Christmassy town in the mountains.
Mountain town, yeah.
And we posted it a few days later, and somebody left a comment being like, "This wasn't filmed today. You guys are liars." It's like, we never said it was filmed today, but
if only it was that easy.
He's all mad at us. It's really funny.
Yep.
Any nightmare travel stories? I think we already talked about that.
Have we been to
that question or not?
No.
Okay.
Let's see. Editing a 15-minute video is really hard. Yeah, it is. It can be a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun.
Do you have any funny, awkward stories from filming in a public place?
I don't actually know.
I remember in the Philippines. So people in the Philippines just know everybody watches YouTube, so they know that you're filming a YouTube video. And
you're gonna say in Manila?
Yeah, we were doing a food vlog in like a outdoor food market.
Yeah.
And I was filming him, so I couldn't really see everyone around us, but apparently just everybody, like 100 people were just watching him.
So we walked into there was hundreds of people, and I started to film Anna, and like everybody's head turned at once and just watched us. I think
later on, we were sitting at a table, and I think you were talking about tacos or something, and just everybody was.
Yeah, it was funny. So yeah, the Philippines, it's not awkward there. It's just, it's
kind of nice that people know what you're doing, because here in Canada, I think people are starting to recognize what we're doing, but so many times people just give you the weirdest looks because they'll see the mic on the top, which looks kind of like a pet or something.
The cool thing about YouTube is like 5 years ago, I think when we started this, people thought we were crazy, including friends, I'm sure. But now it's become so, like, YouTube is kind of like a Netflix to a lot of people. And their interface is great. They're trying to compete with them. So they're really support the creators like us. And it's just cool that a lot of people are watching. Even here now in Halifax, like I said we get recognized and stuff, but it's like people are really, really into YouTube. It's a total different kind of engagement, right? Like when you go on your phone and you're on Instagram and you swipe, and because you're bored. On YouTube, a lot of people sit on their couch and watch a full video. It's a whole other level of engagement. So it's pretty cool.
Kevin asked, how do you afford so much travel? It's a good question. I think we've done a couple videos sort of on it.
Yeah.
We could do an entire video talking about it, but we basically would rent out our place where we're living so that we don't have costs from home.
Mm-hmm.
We stay as cheaply as we possibly can.
Mm-hmm.
We try to travel to countries that are cheaper. We try to spend not as much time in the more expensive countries just because it's too expensive. We research to find the best prices for flights, that kind of thing. We kind of base our travel around that. So we just try to be very budget oriented.
Yeah.
And we can work while we travel. So.
Yeah, we work while we travel. So it's not like a vacation. I mean, I know it looks like it is, but it's pretty rare for us to take any day off. No, we're not using a moderator for the broadcast, Christine. I didn't even know you could do that. It's our first one. But no, we just have a good group of people in here. So love it. I don't know where we're. God, we probably missed so many questions.
I'm trying to find. I'm way back at like 12:30.
If we missed your question, we do apologize.
Here's a good one. Window or aisle seat? Typically, so if we're on a long haul flight and it's like a huge plane and it's like say 3-4-3 or something like that, we try to be in the middle, on one of us on the aisle and one like next to them, so we don't have to get up for anybody.
Yep.
Or ask anybody to get up, that kind of thing.
I have a question for you guys while Anna looks for more. When did you guys start following us, like our channel? Like what year or month even, or even if you know the video, I'd be super curious.
Ida asked, are you able to visit with your families? No.
Nope.
We are not. Sadly, we were supposed to go visit my mom. It lives like a 20-minute walk from here, 25 minutes, something like that. We were supposed to have dinner with her yesterday, but then the COVID numbers are just going up and up, and they ask people not to visit their mothers on Mother's Day. So,
so Joseph Cott asked, "Do you know Sidney Crosby personally? Halifax is a small town." Yes,
he's a really
Sid's
good
good friend. We were just texting this morning. Told him he's got to pick up the pace and score some more goals.
Just kidding.
Just kidding. I found you guys about 2 weeks ago. Wow, it's so cool to see people just finding us.
What's your family heritage? Any European history? His family would be.
Well, I guess Delaney is like an Irish name, so.
Yeah, mine's all British.
British. I did see a question. It might have been Finn and Meg asked if we were ever in Ireland. Yeah, but only to Dublin. We just had a couple days.
We were flying. We had a flight home from Dublin.
Yeah, but of course, back to another place on the list. We hear lots of good things about Ireland. I think it would be very familiar to hear, like some of the setting. I think it did feel similar when we were there, actually.
Yeah, and just the people are amazing. They were so nice.
Yeah. So,
hope one day you return to Puerto Rico. You only visit a little part of what we have to offer. Totally agree.
Totally agree.
Yeah, love to go back.
Yeah, would love to get to Puerto Rico again. That's a fun island, man. Puerto Rico's so cool.
It's so cool. And I want to go visit the other islands that are off Puerto Rico.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin said, great live chat, guys. We're supposed to be moving to Halifax right now. I feel so bad for all the people that have bought houses. They told people the other day that you're not now, if you bought a house, you cannot come here, at least during May.
That's got to be tough.
Yeah.
I don't know how they'd do that. So a lot of people started watching us in the Philippines, like lockdown. So yeah, we put out more videos, and I guess it shows you if you do the more videos you put out, the more chance you have to be in front of people, right? So like your video shows up to new people. That's what I'm trying to say.
John McPhee asked, you guys travel with one small suitcase each. Any packing tips?
You just don't need as much as you think. And then you can buy things.
The hardest part is actually packing, because I always second guess everything. I'm like, what if I want to wear this? What if I want this? What if it gets cold? And then the moment I leave, I don't even think about the stuff that I didn't bring with me. And I usually end up wearing the same stuff over and over again. But I use packing cubes more than you do.
I don't anymore. But if we need anything, we just buy it. Like when we went from, I think, like the south of Greece up to eventually like Romania, we just bought a winter jacket.
It's like a
cheap one.
Yeah.
And then we donate it when we get back. Yeah. That doesn't happen that often.
No, if we were doing that all the time, we'd get something more packable. But
yeah.
What do you use to make your YouTube thumbnails?
Photoshop. I do them in Photoshop.
Yeah.
So.
But if it was just me and I'm not a Photoshop person, I don't like using it. Yeah. Not so easy if you're not trained in it. But Canva is a really great thing for people that just aren't designers.
Yeah, a lot of people use Canva for sure. How much traveling have you done in the States? Sean B asks. That's a good question. You know what? Not enough. Not enough, huh? In the States? You with me?
Sorry. I was reading questions.
How much traveling have we done in the States?
Not nearly enough. This was a long time ago. When I was in university, I did a train trip that went all the way around basically the edges of the US like this and then back across Canada. It was amazing.
So we want
to do something like that.
Yeah, we've been to, mostly we just like fly to cities. So, we've been to in a lot of places in New England, like Miami's, Boston's, Boston a lot of the big city, like New York a lot, but not much on the West Coast. We did Napa and San Francisco once. That was awesome. But we need to go back to the States. The States is kind of opening. It's crazy. I watched a boxing event last night, and there was 70,000 people in Texas at the AT&T Stadium, not social distance. And here we are in lockdown. I honestly couldn't get over it. 70,000 people in an arena. It was weird. What did you study in university?
I just studied sociology.
And I studied graphic design, web design. Someone said Canelo is a beast. That was the boxing match last night. The guy's crazy. I don't think anyone's going to ever beat him.
Who was the better driver? That's an easy one.
I hate
driving. Hate it.
I drive,
I
but
have my license, but I just don't drive.
we don't own a car now, so I don't drive very often. It's funny, in hindsight, we used to sold our car that we owned right before the pandemic because we weren't using it. We were traveling. Now we could actually use a car.
Yeah, we sold it to his parents though, so they let us borrow it when we can go to Cape Breton.
We just rent cars now. You guys might have noticed we broke down recently on the highway in one of the videos.
That was a rental car.
That was a rental car. It was a fun time, wasn't it?
Ada asked, "What's on the menu tonight?" I don't know. Sunday we always order food.
Yeah, we usually, especially in the lockdown here, we try to order food and support local restaurants in Halifax. So we'll order from one of our faves, I think. We try to do that as much as we can.
Jessica Diaz Adera said, "Anna definitely knows how to cook," but then she put a laughy face. Making fun of me.
She might be making fun of you.
Shakes asked, "Have you guys done Belgrade?" No.
No to Belgrade.
Highly recommended. Amazing craft beer scene.
And the O'Driscoll family just said it. Yeah, the Oregon coast is unreal. I know. I'd love to get there.
Also love Oregon Pinot Noir, so I would love to go to Oregon.
Pinot Noir, Oregon wine.
What made you want to downsize to a smaller apartment? Has having less space made lockdown more difficult? So what made us want? I mean, we know we can live in a really small space.
Mm-hmm.
And then we don't need a lot of space. Like in the Philippines, we had a hotel room for 4 months and we're just fine.
Yep.
And also the market here has just been so crazy that we could make money off of our last place. And we knew we didn't need 1,200 square feet. So.
There's a few people talking about the theme, our theme song and where we got it from. So it's a band by Loving Caliber. The band it's from Epidemic Sound, which is the service we use. But this is the verse if you want to listen to it for a second. I don't know if this is too loud. This is the verse. I'll let it play for a second. Someone also asked about national parks. Here, you'll know this part. You guys know how it goes.
Jessica just said, "Anna, I meant it in a good way." Okay.
So that theme, yeah, we love that band anyway. So I don't even know if they know we use their song. It's on a copyright service that we pay for, so we're allowed to.
I followed them on Instagram and they never followed us back. So.
Yeah, we'll have to send them a message because hopefully we get we send some people their way. It's Loving Caliber. That's the band name.
How did you meet? We worked together.
Yeah, we met at work a long time ago. When are you hitting the road? Are you vaccinated? Martin asked. Not vaccinated, hopefully hitting the road September, depending on the vaccines. So Tom Krebs just asked it's a request. It's a good request. It's just so hard to remember all this stuff. Anytime we're filming in a restaurant, could you film the menu so people can pause it? There's so many things going through our heads when we're filming in a restaurant. I don't know if we could remember that.
I know. It's actually really stressful being in a restaurant. It's often loud and you're thinking about noise,
music,
thinking about getting thumbnails, getting all the shots of the food, trying to do it in a timely manner so your food doesn't get too cold. Also, try to remember what the food is and what's on it.
And do Instagram stories at the same time. Yeah. So, yeah. Will you be expanding your merch store? Matthew Bragger asked. Yes.
Yeah, and if you have any requests, if there's anything that's not there that you'd really like to see, let us know.
It's on our list to add some more merch up there. And you guys are always buying our merch and stuff. It's really cool. And we appreciate that. Let's see. Someone's on their iPhone and didn't see the join button. I don't know if the join button shows up on your phone. I feel like I had this happen before. So you might have to go on your desktop. But yeah, if you want to join our channel, we appreciate it.
Somebody asked, have you guys ever visited New Glasgow? Only on our way to Cape Breton. Stop and eat something.
We do stop in New Glasgow usually because there's not a lot of good coffee places on the road. So we go to Starbucks there. Not that I consider Starbucks the best coffee in the world, but it's pretty much Tim Hortons is pretty much king here. And honestly, sorry, Canadians, it's terrible coffee.
Awful.
But yeah, we've been to New Glasgow, of course.
Morrison Club asked, with the construction coming up in front of your great view from your balcony, will you be moving again? No.
No.
We knew it was, when we bought this place, we knew that building was going to go up. So we didn't buy it for the view as much as we love the view.
No, we bought it for it's like a crash pad. So when we're traveling and we can come back, it's good. And when we're on the road, it'll be easy to rent out. Also, there's another patio we can't show you yet right next to our door. That's a shared patio that doesn't look this way, which is where the construction is. It overlooks the ocean that way. So it almost feels like part of our unit. So it's kind of win-win.
From Sweden. Tips on overcoming burnout over creative stuff. So I guess you already answered that.
Someone said, buy a donut. I think they're referring to Tim Hortons. I will get a donut from there. Someone said, I was just about to go downstairs to get a Tim Hortons coffee. I love that I made you think twice about that. I'm just kidding. Go get your coffee.
C. Williams said, that's crazy. The doses are being spaced like that. In the US, they're scheduled, my second dose, 18 days. Yeah, it's really, they're pushing it really, really far here. It is to get everyone their first dose sooner, but who knows if it's a good idea.
Yeah. Do we know who Alina McLeod is? It's another Canadian traveler. Yeah. Recently discovered her. I think she lives or was based out of like Saskatchewan or Manitoba.
Yeah.
I know she's in Thailand right now. So anybody that's on the road, we're usually kind of watching because we're just curious. But yeah, definitely know who she is.
Someone said, have you thought about doing a video with the best coffee shops and lunch spots in Halifax? I feel like we've kind of, again, not done a specific video about them, but we've done a few plays. Like we went to Harvest in one of our
it's tough to get, like if you're creating content like we are, there's like a balance of getting too niche in one place because there's a lot of viewers that don't know Halifax and they're not going to care as much about like the 5 best coffee shops. I mean, some people would certainly care. So it's a balance of trying to like do a little bit of that, but also be more broad and try to connect with everyone. It's tricky. This is all the stuff we think about when we're filming. Well, we've been on here an hour already, so we were planning to stay for an hour, but I mean, you guys are all still here, so we'll hang out for a little bit longer.
Our friend Susie said, "Hey neighbors, it's been so much fun running into you around town." She lives right around the corner from us, and we ran into her and her husband the other day. What are your most important creature comfort items that you have to have with you when you travel?
Comfort items. I don't know. I mean, yours would probably be like a book.
Yeah, like I have a Kobo e-reader. I have to have that with me. And our laptops, I guess, but I don't know if that's.
Yeah, our laptops do so much because, we'd say watch TV shows. I listen to a lot of music, so I have good headphones and I just kind of zone out. Not a lot else. I mean, I wouldn't say there's a lot of other comfort items.
I mean, I don't know if this counts as a comfort item, but when we go on long plane trips, we have neck things that roll up really, really small. And then they're inflatable, but they're they're surprisingly comfortable for being inflatable. So that's sort of a plane comfort thing, I guess.
We'll have drinks, Susie, as soon as this is over.
As soon as we can.
Yeah, with the two of you guys again. Would you recommend traveling to the Philippines to your Canadian friends and family? Oh, 100%.
Yes.
The good thing about the Philippines, and I saw someone say earlier, I didn't catch your name because it was going fast, but you said you were nervous about like speaking only English around the world. We only speak English, but you don't need to worry about that, especially in the Philippines because they all speak English. So the Philippines, we always say, if it's your first time going to Southeast Asia, I think it would be a great starting point because everybody is so friendly, like so friendly. And it's absolutely maybe the most beautiful place I've ever seen, like when you're on the islands.
And there wouldn't be quite as much culture shock because of that.
No.
As there is in other places. Yeah,
there's not much culture shock at all.
It's moving so fast.
I know, it's going super fast.
How does YouTube affect your travels? Do you think you miss some things because of filming?
No. I don't think so. I think it actually, because we have the camera, sometimes it forces us to do things we wouldn't do. And that's not that often, but I mean, certainly have done some touristy things that we never would have done without the camera.
At the same time, there are stuff that we've done that maybe we don't, I'm not going to say enjoy it, but didn't get to like really stop and smell the roses as much as we would because we're thinking about so many things and filming. And it's like, I'd like to go do that again, but not film it.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's all about that balance. Have you ever hitchhiked?
No.
John asks, no hitchhiking.
Have you been to the Hawaiian Islands? No, love to.
Sadly, we have not.
And someone did say, I'm a bit worried about traveling since I only speak English. How do you guys navigate that? It can be challenging, but it's kind of, it actually starts to be fun, I find.
Yeah.
We use a lot of apps. So we'll use like
Absolutely.
Google Translate and that kind of thing as much as we can. And then it's fun to meet people and try to communicate with them when you don't speak the same language. And yeah, there's going to be things that happen and mistakes that happen. The taxi driver might take you to the wrong spot. That's happened. But it's fun, and it kind of adds to, you get used to it, that's for sure.
My Caesar's gone. I'm going to go get a beer. Do you want a beer?
Sure.
We'll keep answering the questions.
Okay. Hello from Bedford. Hi from Cyprus. So that's a place I'd love to go.
Cyprus.
Ada said, I started watching you when you were posting videos from my native Chile. Love Chile. I'd love to go back. We only got to go to Santiago, so I'd love to go see more of it.
We went to wineries, yeah.
Oh, we did. We did go, I mean, right outside of the city, but.
Don't know if anyone else is having a drink, but supporting the Nine Locks today. Dirty Blonde. What do you want with that? Can we see your wedding video? We don't have a wedding video. Ada wants a beer. You can't have my beer, Ada.
You guys could go anywhere right now. Where would you go?
Only because the guys earlier said it. Bali.
Oh, I'd totally go to Bali right now.
I'd love to be in Bali right now.
Have you guys thought about heading down to South America or the other British Crown dominions of Australia and New Zealand? So we've been to South America. We've been to Colombia, Peru, Chile, Argentina, and Brazil. So, but I'd happily go back.
Yeah,
and see more. It's huge, obviously.
I'd say that was the biggest, just if anyone's wondering about culture shock, the biggest culture shock we've ever had was going around South America.
And it's also the place that's combined with your answer.
Whoa,
that was weird.
That was wind.
The place where people speak the least amount of English of anywhere we've ever been.
I remember getting back to, after like 3 months, to Toronto, like to Pearson. And it was the first time we could hear people speaking English around us again.
It was totally reverse culture shock. It was actually really overwhelming to be able to understand people around you, because it was like I could hear conversations for the first time in months.
It was wild. Mm-hmm. I'll never forget that.
Someone asked for wedding pictures.
I don't know if we have any around.
I'm trying to
we'll post one at some time in the,
they look like
community.
Babies.
Look like little babies. So John and Carrie just said, what we love most is you guys off the beaten path travel. Yeah, not the touristy areas. So that's what we try to do, and that's what we like the most. But it is cool to mix some of the touristy things in there. But we definitely like the non-discovered places. And you heard us say this before, just kind of waking up and not knowing what's around the corner and just going out and exploring. It's amazing.
Oh, someone asked, where can I buy the insulated coffee mugs you used in the last video? Good question.
We got those from Tourism Nova Scotia.
Yeah, they gave them to us.
I don't know where you buy those.
They're Yeti.
They are Yeti.
I wonder if you go to like novascotia.com if they have any like Nova Scotia gear on there.
I'm not sure. The beer is good, Andy. It has the beer. So yes, someone said for your web design job, what exactly do you do? So I design the websites. So say like in Photoshop, I do all the coding, programming, SEO, marketing, everything. And we've had some of you guys hire us as well to build websites. So if any of you watching need a website, just let us know and we'll work kind of one-on-one with you guys if that's something you're into. Hi from Manitoba.
Or someone asked, what cell phone plans do you use when traveling? It's so expensive here in Canada. I know. It's pathetic. It's ridiculous.
Canada has the worst cell phone plans in the world.
So we usually try to buy SIM cards when we can, when it's affordable, which is in most places. So like in Poland, Romania, was it Romania? We spent €5 per person, including the SIM card. Mm-hmm. And it was like 60 gigs a person.
Like for €5 or €6. It's insane. Crazy. Like it's like 10 times more here.
Yeah. They also had crazy fast internet in Romania.
Oh, someone, wow, this is Dave. So Dave and Kathy Hyde said, didn't you win some kind of contest and go to China?
Yeah.
That's where we started watching your channel. That's old.
Wow.
And yes, we did win in like an Instagram contest that we didn't even think was real. Well, once they told us like they're going to fly us to China, and then we went to China.
Yeah, so basically this area of China in the south. So it's on Hainan Island. There's a city called Sanya, and it's like they're kind of a big tourist destination for like high-end hotels and like tropical kind of thing. It's like Vegas meets Hawaii.
Yeah, it's very much like tropical Vegas meets Hawaii.
So they were doing a campaign, and we didn't have that many followers at the time, but I mean Instagram and everything was kind of new. Influencers were kind of a new thing at the time.
Yeah.
And they contacted us and said, hey, you want to enter this contest? And we're like, no. And I just kind of ignored them, and then they sent us a few messages, and we're like, oh, okay. So basically you had to get people to like photo. You had to post photos of Sanya and then get so many likes, and then you got on to the next part of it. And we were in Spain, and they contacted us and were like, you won.
Yeah, that was a culture shock trip for sure. Yeah, so let's see. So do you guys plan on, that's Finn and Meg again, do you guys plan on sticking to your recent 2 videos a week? I don't know. It's I'd like to say yes, but right now we are so limited on what we can do, like where we can go. This is the strictest the lockdown has been.
Yeah, because we really can't leave our area. So basically we can't walk to it, really can't go.
And nothing's open. So
it's like we can only go to Point Pleasant Park so many times and walk the waterfront.
I don't know. We'll see. Stay tuned. We have a couple ideas. We'll definitely keep doing 1 a week, and maybe we'll do more lives. And again, if anyone's new and some people left the chat, let us know. Yeah, if you want to see more of these YouTube lives, just hang out and talk a little bit about travel. Let's see.
Someone said, the Endless Adventure are planning a trip to Bali. Maybe a collab? Well, maybe
yeah. No, those guys, I think they're doing, I can't remember if they're doing 2 trips.
Yeah, I think they said, I forgot to look to see if so they did Bali and it sold out in a day. And then they said they're going to do another one to Vietnam, but I haven't looked to see if that sold out. Yeah,
Bali would be a good place to do the group trip. A lot of people are setting up group trips for 2022. Again, back to that, anyone new, let us know if you'd be interested in coming on a trip with us.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
And where would you want to go?
And where would you want to go? Because we've been thinking about it and we've been approached. We've had some people ask, we've had some companies reach out to us and ask if we would do it. And at the time we weren't sure, but now maybe if you guys want to come on a trip.
Any tips for finding cheap flights?
Skyscanner.
Skyscanner, and I find Kiwi.com, which is I think out of Australia or New Zealand, is a great. It has lots of maps and easy to compare stuff.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, it's a good one. What is your favorite thing about each other? That's a tough question.
How nice she is.
I don't know what to answer.
How nice I am. Come on.
He makes me laugh. Greetings from Mexico City. The only place we somehow have not got to yet.
No, I know. I don't know how, because we love Mexico. We got to get back to Mexico.
D. Odekirk said, we wanted to spend some time in Nova Scotia this fall. Things should be open by then, right? I hope so. It's depressing to think that it wouldn't be.
It's hard. I don't know.
I'm trying to stay hopeful that once all of us are at least have our first dose of vaccines, the numbers are going to go down and they can start opening stuff up.
But I also feel like we or one of the other Atlantic provinces are going to be some of the last to open in Canada. We're just really strict about it here, so it's hard to know.
Someone said, you guys did Gallivanting Gal's website, I think.
Yeah, we did. Those guys are great. It was fun to work with them. They have a channel too. Check their channel out and go to their website. And if you like it, let us know and let them know.
David Rickard asked, Air Canada or WestJet? Do you have a preference?
I mean, if it comes down to price, I'd say WestJet.
I generally enjoy the experience probably a little bit more on Air Canada.
Yeah, Air Canada is good. The experience is slightly better.
Slightly better, but not by a lot.
Like WestJet is a little more friendlier. Air Canada is a little more formal, but it's still friendly. There's both great airlines.
We've never had, knock on wood, I don't have any wood around me. Never had really bad experiences with either of them.
No. Is Nova Scotia an underrated place to live? Yeah, it seems like all of Canada and the rest of the world starting to figure that out. It's like everyone just realized it's on the ocean and everyone's moving here. Very underrated place. It's amazing here.
Has either of you ever had food poisoning while traveling? I think so. I got sick.
You got sick last year, right before this whole...
Right when the lockdown started.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it was weird because we ate the same stuff, and I got sick.
That had to be food poisoning.
I don't know. It's weird. But in general, we've been so lucky.
Yeah.
With that.
No, I've not had...
We eat street food all over the place. We try to be, like, we don't just go to random places, but
no.
Do some research.
I mean, we eat street food a lot, but we just make sure we go to the places that are busy with locals. It's a good way to know.
Someone said, hello from across the harbor in Dartmouth.
Dartmouth.
Hello, I'm waving to you.
We're looking at the harbor right now, out our window. Favorite island in the Philippines? Well, we've only been to Coron and El Nido, so I guess El Nido by default, since we were stuck there for 4 months. If you're new here and you don't know what happened last year when COVID hit, we got stuck in the Philippines for 4 months. It was crazy.
Third account said, just leave. What's the worst that can happen? It's we would totally leave if not if we could, but if we didn't have this thing planned. But we're not talking about that. We haven't said what it is.
Our special announcement at some point. We can't leave yet.
Hopefully in a couple months.
Yeah, hopefully in a couple months. Are you going back and looking at questions?
I'm trying to.
Okay. No, because there's been a lot.
Or I'm not scrolling as fast, so I'm trying to.
Oh God, we got like
some spam.
Just people. Sorry guys. I know there's some people in here. Hope you can just give it up, honestly. But that's gonna come. We gave her a timeout so she can stop talking about the fake news.
Have you been to Florence? What did you think? We loved Florence.
Florence
I
was
think you probably
awesome.
missed at the beginning of the videos, the live. We talked about Italy a little bit. It was one of the first places we ever filmed. So we do have a video in Florence, but it's so bad.
Ian Ward asked, when will the special announcement be?
Good question.
Ian, we thought it was going to be by now, but all this COVID stuff just keeps throwing us a curveball. So it will be coming to the channel, and it's going to be something that's in and on the channel for a long time or ever.
It's not a kid.
It's not a kid. Definitely not a kid. Yep.
I'm drinking at the moment, so that should be evident. Do you have any old enough clips to put out blooper type videos? No, I don't think.
Not really.
Yeah.
We don't save every clip we film. There's some people that do that and bank up hard drives, and I just think that's crazy. Like, we already go through the videos anyway to pick what kind of the best scenes are to make it. So I save all the final files, so I could just use some of those. But yeah, maybe if you guys let us know if you want to see bloopers. Maybe we could put some bloopers in a future video. Hit the like button, guys. Yes, please do.
Someone asked if we went to Campeche, Mexico.
Oh, so we were so close to going there. Puppy. Good guess, but no.
I love somebody just said, I love that I can block people on YouTube. So do we.
Yes, we hide a lot of people or block people when we get spam.
Or just really stupid people.
Yeah.
We had someone get mad at us a couple weeks ago, or right after the lockdown happened. We had the video that we put up before the lockdown. He got mad at us for traveling outside the city. And then we said, this was done before the lockdown. And then he continued to get very angry. So bye-bye.
Yeah. Hey, APN TV, who also has a channel. Go follow him. He said I have about 45 hard drives. Yeah, when we met Andy in London. He's a great guy. Would love to be back there and having a pint with you.
Crystal asked, did you learn languages during your trips? We try to learn like a few words here and there. I never retain them. I feel like Trevor retains stuff like that a little better than I do.
Really?
Slightly better?
Maybe slightly. I don't really. I remember one time we were in Merida in Mexico, and the guy driving the taxi couldn't speak any English, like even gesture. And that was the time I got out of the car. I'm like, I need to learn what my right is and my left is and straight is, or back in Spanish. So yeah, it's just stuff like that. When I get to a point, I'm like, I'm not going to forget what these are. I probably don't remember what they are right now, though. I think it's Torreshe, Escorta or something.
Someone said, jumping places are all over in Mexico. Hope you can join them. Oh, we'd love to. We really thought we would have.
Man, those guys are, they're all over the place. I love it. Their last video with the waterfall was nuts. Like that waterfall was crazy.
Stephen Richards said the best airline that they've used is Aero Mexico. That's interesting. I don't think we've ever flown them before.
Yeah, I don't think we have flown with Aero Mexico. We would though. What did you think of Sao Paulo?
Oh, such a great city.
That's a cool city.
Huge.
Yeah.
So it's hard to get around. You kind of have to like pick your neighborhood and.
Yeah, it's humongous. I'd say it's the biggest, like that or Buenos Aires, but probably Sao Paulo. Just concrete jungle, like bigger than anything we've ever seen. Yeah. But it's cool because it has different neighborhoods that you kind of pick your neighborhood.
And really cool neighborhoods.
Yeah, I forget what was the Batman alley stuff.
No, Villa Madalena.
Might have been that. Yeah, Brazil's awesome. It's funny. A lot of people warned us about Sao Paulo and being safe and safety. And I know there's lots of stuff there that can happen, but we felt incredibly safe.
Sorry, Mary Strickland said, "Have you guys heard of the large floating unicorn going up this summer in Sackville?" We did.
Yeah, we did.
We saw that on Instagram. So apparently the largest floating unicorn is coming to Sackville. And it's going to be like a whole outdoor, or like a water park, basically over the water, like all the bouncy things. And
I don't know what I think about that.
I don't know either.
It just feels.
I don't know if we'll do a video on that.
It feels very Sackville. I'll just leave it at that, and people from here will understand. What did you think of Croatia?
Love it.
That might be where we go back to first too, depending. So on the flights, there's so many islands in Croatia. Oh shoot.
Back? Can you see us?
Can you guys see us? The internet just dropped.
Someone say, let us
Someone
know.
say thumbs up. I still see you when you're back.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you. Weird. My Wi-Fi just like completely went off. And anyway, we're all good now. But Croatia.
Someone asked that question.
Someone asked a question and we can't answer it.
Someone actually asked us a question about what's coming to our channel. They have some info.
If that's not a hint, we would have answered if you didn't ask exactly it. Okay, everyone's like, yeah, we still see you. Good. Awesome. Okay, that was weird because I think the connection's been really good so far. So we'll stay on here a little longer. I guess there's still like a couple hundred of you in here, which is crazy. And I know people are coming in and out here and there. So yeah, maybe like 10 or 15 more minutes.
John Bujensky, I said that right. Are you planning any trips to Portugal? We've been before and would love to go back. And I think we've said this before, but I feel like Portugal is one of those places that down the road we'll spend a lot of time in, renting an apartment for a couple months
down in the Algarve.
Just because it's so affordable and it's beautiful and great beaches, great food, great wine.
The Algarve coast is amazing. So I think we will do that.
Varlin Allen said, "Hi guys from Northern Labrador, future Haligonians here." So many future Haligonians. I love it.
It's so cool.
And if you were wondering, a Haligonian is a person from Halifax.
Another person asked, would you consider making a recent video of Annapolis Valley? So that's here in Nova Scotia. We made a couple of videos. So if you go back to the summer, I know they said recent, so I don't know if they mean like right now. We can't go there because of the restrictions, but we have made some videos. You can go back and watch those. There's a couple of wine videos. The Valley is one of our favorite places. So I think
I grew up in Annapolis Royal. So we did a little bit of that in Wolfville.
Yeah, I think when this lockdown's over, at least like when we can leave Halifax, we're probably going to go immediately to Wolfville in the Valley and go to some wineries and take you guys with us.
The most magical place you've ever been, the most unusual.
Most
magical.
There are moments like I remember. It's funny how different moments like stick out to you. Bocas del Toro, we had definitely some magical moments there, like going down to Starfish Beach. Like walking to the beach was just as nice as the beach. It's just unbelievable. I'll never forget in Croatia, we were on the island of Brač and in Bol. That was just like dreamy.
But then like for like more medieval European places, like Ghent is beautiful. Just walking out at night is pretty magical.
Yeah, that was cool. And then what was the other one, the weird ones?
Unusual.
China. China.
Definitely if you want culture shock,
You want culture shock, go to China. They in China, like they would but they would come up to Anna on the street or me, but her
we were with
blue eyes.
We were with a bunch of people.
And just take a photo with, like, just would pose. They would just pose and take a photo.
And the funny thing was, is like we were filming ourselves to make videos. We also had a film crew with us, and there were probably like 10 of us or so, and we would just attract so much attention. It was really strange.
Yeah. Oh, we get another super chat from Varlin Allen. Thank you.
Oh,
thanks for the shout out, guys. Appreciate that so much. That's amazing.
What was the craziest part of being in the Philippines so long? Not being able to do so I would say the weirdest part was like we were in this crazy beautiful place, like literally one of the most beautiful places in the world, and I feel like we didn't get to see any of it. Basically,
it's like we could see all the islands out there.
Like Nakpan Beach is supposed to be one of the best beaches in the world, and it's like a 40-minute drive outside of town, and we didn't get there. It's sad, so sad.
Yeah, the Philippines was great, but it slowly over the 4 months started to turn into rainy season. So that wasn't fun.
And that was the thing. We could have gone to Nakpan by the end of it, but it was just like the weather was so unpredictable that we didn't want to get there, and there's nothing open, and it rained. So
another person asked, "What do you think is the best place to live in Nova Scotia outside of Halifax?" Yeah.
So for us, if we were going to live somewhere else, it would be like a town, like Woodville.
Yeah, like we have the way Nova Scotia works. I mean, there's lots of places by nature, but if you want to have access to like some amenities, like be in a town, well, obviously there's Halifax, but then we have lots of large towns with, I'll just say like a ton of character. I don't really know how to say, just big towns, and they're great and fine. But we have probably 4 or 5 towns that are like gems. Like I would say, like Wolfville is one of them. Wolfville's probably the best one. I mean, it's up there. It's got all the wineries. The wines. You have Lunenburg, which is just historic, beautiful. I'd say Bedeque in Cape Breton is up there. It's just a great little town. And the other one I'd say is Inverness.
Annapolis Royal.
Oh, and Annapolis Royal. Right. But Inverness on the west coast of Cape Breton, there's just it's a good balance of outdoorness, and you're away from the Cabot, or you're close to the Cabot Trail. So those are some of the standout towns, I would say, if you're thinking about moving here.
Have you ever left anything behind on your travels by mistake?
Yes.
Yes, I did, but it was actually wasn't so bad. I left, again, I talked about my e-reader that I bring with me everywhere. I left it in where were we at?
We were in, Belize.
Belize at the, I can't remember the name of the islands.
San Pedro?
San Pedro. We were there, and we were taking the ferry over to Keycocker, which is thankfully only a 20-minute ferry.
Yeah.
So I left, basically our Airbnb didn't have a bedside table, so I kind of put it in the side of the bed and then forgot all about it. So, but our Airbnb host was awesome. He just took it to the ferry and sent it over to us.
I've left just minor things like iPhone chargers.
Yeah, I've done that a lot.
That's probably luckily.
Or converter or adapters and that kind of
thing. An adapter once or twice.
Thankfully, those are easy to replace.
Yeah, definitely easy to replace.
Big cities or small towns? Both.
Yeah, we like both. I mean, we love big cities a lot, but like small towns too.
I could never pick one.
No, I don't think so. How's the weather in Nova Scotia compared to the rest of Canada? Yeah, I'd say it's pretty mild here. Like if you're talking about winters,
I guess is moderate the right word. Like it doesn't get too cold in the winter time. Typically, we don't get too much snow
outside of Vancouver,
and it doesn't get. It's starting to get hotter in the summers, but it doesn't get crazy hot. Usually, you might have a week or two where it's in the 30s.
We don't get snow like Montreal would or Toronto would, and it's warmer. So I'd say like outside of Vancouver, that would be the warmest in the winter. This is probably the second warmest, like some of the provinces here, like PEI. Yeah, remember the feijoada. Feijoada is Brazilians' national dish. Of course, we remember that.
Someone asked, "Are you vegans?" No,
not vegans.
I wish I could be a vegan, but I just don't think.
But we eat at vegan restaurants and
we love vegan.
Eat vegan food sometimes. We got another super chat. Stephen Richards, thank you very much.
Awesome.
Really, really enjoying your videos. A ton more to look forward to watching. Thank you so much for that.
Or someone said, and the pizzas in Sao Paulo are the best. The pizzas are so good in Sao Paulo. Who knew?
Who knew? Brazil had some of the best pizzas we've ever had.
Someone's asking about Palawan. What do we think about Palawan? Palawan.
No, did you say Palawan?
Mhm.
Palawan or something. It's a cool island. We didn't get to see enough.
Again, we
of
would
it.
have loved to see more of it. It's beautiful. Obviously, it's gorgeous. So
Yeah.
We'd love to see more of it.
We just got stuck, you know, specifically in El Nido, so we didn't really get to see it. Enough of it.
Someone asked, what islands are you considering in Croatia? I'd like to see, so not just islands, but going farther north.
Mhm.
Yeah, up towards like closer to Italy. There's some really beautiful cities and
I forget what
towns.
they're called,
Even
but-
to, I forget. I'm trying to think of the islands that I haven't researched in a long time.
We'd
We
have
like
to
to
look it
find
up.
the ones that we basically look on a map, the ones we've never heard of. And Slovenian girl abroad said, if you're heading to Croatia, also pay Slovenia a visit. Would love to go to Slovenia.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys been to Switzerland? That's where my family is from. It's so gorgeous. Also would love to go to Switzerland. Going back to the thing about like we try to go or spend the most amount of time in less expensive places. Switzerland, we know it's very expensive. So we've just tried to be strategic about it and it just hasn't happened yet.
Mm-hmm.
Matthew Brager said, thanks guys for the live stream. Gotta go. Have an amazing day. Thanks, Matthew.
Thanks, Matt. We'll stick around here for what, like 10 more minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. I knew this was going to happen because we said we'll go an hour and then we'll talk longer. But why not? What are we? Anybody here that's on lockdown? What are we going to do?
Stephen Aquilino said Delta just opened a route from New York to Croatia. That's exciting.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
We'd totally do that if it was cheap enough.
Yeah, I wonder what the cost of that is.
Mm. And do you know what city it goes to? It's
Probably Split or maybe Zagreb
or Dubrovnik.
or Dubrovnik, yeah, I guess.
Ken and Corrine said, we have been to Dubrovnik and loved it. Where else do you recommend in Croatia? Everywhere that we've been. It's basically been amazing. Zagreb is a great city. Not on the coast, but it's beautiful. Split is also great and it's a good spot to get to other islands. So the islands we went to were Brač. We went to Hvar, which we enjoyed, but at the time it was kind of a party town. We went to the actual town.
Yeah.
Kind of a party town, so it was pretty loud most till about 3 a.m. every day.
Mm-hmm.
And Vis, which so amazing. So Brač and Vis were definitely our favorites.
Have you been to Amsterdam? Jessica asks. Yes, we have couple times.
Once.
Once?
Just once.
Yeah, clearly not enough because it's one of our favorite cities. That's for sure. We loved Amsterdam. It's weird that we only been there once. I would have said 3 times, but let's see.
Someone said up close with Lawrence. Sorry, I said you should visit wine country here in BC. Would love to do that too. We thought we'd get out there by now.
We so want to go to Okanagan, wine country. It's been on the list. So
is Dubai in your travel list? Yes, would love to go to Dubai. I feel like it should just naturally happen at some point, just by taking flights. Like last year, we got to Qatar because we were flying with Qatar Airlines. So we'd love to, have a stop over there, basically.
Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't. Talkie said, "What's the big announcement? We can't tell you because then it wouldn't be a surprise. We got to save it for the video." The surprise is I'm having a beer at 1:00 on a Sunday afternoon. Day drinking.
Janice Gray said, I'm jealous of your bevies. I just got my vaccine on Thursday and they told us here in the Yucatan not to drink for a week. What are they, monsters? I don't understand. Not sure why, but I'll do what I'm told. Yeah, I've never heard that one.
I haven't heard anyone. Yeah, if anyone's vaccinated, I'm curious. I just assumed if I got the vaccine, I'd probably have a glass of wine
to celebrate.
I think a lot of people have. So let us know if you have done that. Have you done, so Gay Tim's asked, have you done a packing video? There is a packing video on our channel from Greece.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people watched it. Well, I mean, some people have, of course, but yeah, we go through what's in our bag and how we pack. So go there. It's probably like a year old.
Year and a half.
Something like that, yeah. Done any videos on PEI? So PEI is Prince Edward Island. For those of you that don't know, it's a province right next to Nova Scotia, the smallest province in Nova Scotia. We have some videos on it, but they're old.
Yeah.
So we need to go back.
Years old.
We usually go every year, so hopefully we can go this year.
Patrick asked, how long would it take you to fly to the Philippines? When we flew home from the Philippines last year, it took
like 15, 18 hours. 30 hours, I think.
Yeah, about 30 hours, I think. But we had to stop overnight.
Yeah, we had some stops.
Daryl and Vivian, hey guys. Will you go to Sri Lanka? Love to. Definitely high on the list. So many places are high on the list.
So a few other people have answered, said they got the vaccine and there was no drinking restrictions.
Maybe it's Mexico.
I'm sure it's fine. I'm just going to go with that.
Another person says they're moving to Halifax by the end of June. I hope the restrictions will not be as bad. I really hope so. Someone said Digby is a nice place. We did some Digby videos.
Yep, we have a couple
go watch them.
Digby videos.
Glenda James says, I'm from Halifax, lived here all my life. The Valley is one of my favorites. Totally agree.
So cool. There's been so many questions, guys. Thanks for all these questions. I think we're going to sign off here in a minute. So if you have any last minute questions, we'll quickly answer them. But I definitely want to just thank you all for showing up.
Yeah, it's been amazing. This has been fun.
And supporting us. And if you want to see other videos like this or live videos like this, let us know.
Should we do a live cooking video?
Live cooking?
That'd be weird.
What would live cooking be like?
It'd be weird. Stressful, I think.
It'd be weird to film. I don't know how we'd film that one, but yeah, it's cool. A lot of you guys are into the group trip.
Yeah.
So
that's exciting. So yeah, maybe we'll start thinking about that. If you have anything specific about that you'd really like to go, when you'd like to see it, send us an email or a message or whatever. Let us know.
Yep. And if you do want to support us, we have some more options up there for joining the channel. If you just go to our main page, click join. There's a couple different tiers. It just supports us to create content like this. We put a lot of time into it.
Patreon, that's usually in the links below in the description.
We have our merch.
We have merchandise. And again, going back to if you want to see something, if you go to buy some merchandise and there's something there that you want or something not there that you'd like to see, let us know. We'll try to add some more stuff. We have some extra time on our hands. So.
Yep. So you guys should try on your merch. We don't have all of our merch, but no, this is cool. People are into cooking. I think we'll just call it here, guys. I know there's everyone's just, it's good. It's been an hour and a half. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Yeah.
And I think this will stay on our channel for a little bit. So if you want to come back and rewatch it, hopefully the replay's there of the chat. And yeah, and it's weird to now put out a regular video this week.
Super weird. It was weird yesterday not to have to get everything ready.
Yeah, usually we spend a lot of time doing it, but I don't know. Should I try to play the music and outro?
The outro music?
Yeah, outro us out of here.
Are we going to do the ending?
Oh, yeah, right. I never thought about that. It's I don't even know where the off button is.
And the screen right there.
All right.
Okay. All right, guys, that's it.
From Halifax, wishing you all delightful travels. Gotta do that every time. And a safe and healthy quarantine.
See you soon.
Bye.